What's up, y'all? This is Jason with EECC Travels.
Can I tell you I'm excited? You know, just like a little bit excited, but a lot excited. Getting on our first ever MSC cruise. This is the MSC Meraviglia. We are cruising down to the Bahamas, but what's so cool about cruising right here is I can see Manhattan. So once we get up on top of that ship, we're gonna have the most incredible view ever. First impression, the ship is beautiful. So this is the lobby that you come into. There are crystals embedded into the steps on the staircase and right here on the piano. It's just a very open atrium. It looks like, what, 3 or 4 levels? And that giant billboard type thing up top is super cool. It says, "Welcome aboard." Oh my gosh. From our balcony, we can see downtown Manhattan. We can see the Statue of Liberty. We can see the Brooklyn Bridge right over there because we are in Brooklyn. This is a fantastic view. Look at that.
Here is our pilot.
Welcome to Helico, New Orleans. Let's go for a flight.
Let's go.
That are in, especially in this parlor room here during parties, you see flashes of Civil War combat. Hearing the noises of 19th century artillery, smelling the smells of 19th century artillery.
So by the way, we're on a ghost tour. We've been on the ghost tour for about an hour. This is just fascinating. There are all kinds of different ghost tours around New Orleans, but getting one that gives you historical facts, I think, is fascinating. So what do y'all think of Miami so far?
I love it!
You ready for this?
Yeah. Okay, off we go!
This spring. I had heard it was going to be kind of one of the worst years for seaweed because I've never seen seaweed like this on Miami Beach. But these girls don't care. They're playing in waves, they're in the ocean, it doesn't matter if there's seaweed or not. I love seeing the excitement on kids' faces when they experience something for the first time. This is cool. Ended our tour on the trolley for today. It kept going, but we wanted to get off at Coronado Island because this is one of the places that we definitely wanted to see while in San Diego. So technically it's a different city. It's Coronado, or City of Coronado.
Man, one thing's for sure, you gotta touch the sand when you come to San Diego. If you're anywhere near a beach, it's my opinion you gotta touch the sand. So this is Coronado Beach, and it is one of the best beaches in the San Diego area for obvious reasons. It's so wide, the sand is really good and fine. Oh man, mighty Pacific. Something about Pacific Ocean California.
A couple of things we learned along the way is that this area is called an Arctic desert, so it does not get a lot of rainfall here, very, very little rainfall. It gets a ton of snow, but the snow has very little moisture in it. So she said if you pick up the snow, it'll just kind of dissolve in your hand. You can't make a snowball with it or anything like that because there's no moisture in it. And Denali National Park is the size of New Hampshire. I mean, an entire state. This national park. We're only seeing this much of it. Today is tour day in Denali, so we got back from our 6-hour bus tour around looking at wildlife, which was awesome. And now we have a bus here to pick us up, or a van here to pick us up for a flight seeing tour. We're a little nervous. It's a little plane.
We're a lot nervous. Lord, what am I doing? Okay, well, we are here at Denali Air Flight Seeing Tours. Our shuttle driver has promised us we were going to be just fine, but cautiously optimistic.
Ready?
It is still flying.
It's still flying.
It wasn't a good start, but
It's way over there. So yeah, it looked like a bum start because it went, it looked like it dumped off, but it caught the wind. And I mean, that thing is still airborne over there. It's been airborne.
it's out there with the birds.
For like 2.5 minutes already. It's still flying. So you can really see it up here. This is where the Columbus River comes out and meets the Pacific Ocean.
Here we are. We are in Astoria, Oregon. This is the Goonies little museum here. It's like a film museum. And out front of it is the car that the bad guys drove. You can see the bullet holes right here. And then on the side of it says the Goonies, but this one was in the movie that the bad guys drove. How cool is that?
So this building used to be the county jail, and a scene from the Goonies was filmed in here. And then after that movie became so popular, they made it a film museum. So now you can look into the jail cells, and they've got Goonie memorabilia here. Jason just took his mug shot. It really was a jail. We have arrived at the Goonies house.
Mikey's house.
The Goonies mailboxes. This is a private area, so we've got to be really quick and just go up, take a picture, and get back down.
This is crazy. It's like you landed on Jumbotron Mars or something. That's crazy. There's so many Jumbotrons. It's so gnarly, man.
So on this tour, you have earbuds that plug in, and you can choose which language that you want to listen to. So you don't have a live tour guide, which is cool because the city's got so many people that come from other countries and may not speak English, so you can hear it. Right now we're listening to, is this Alicia Keys?
Alicia Keys.
New York. It is almost 7 p.m. and it's time to board our nighttime sunset tour of New York City. There are lots and lots of people up here on the bow. So if you have a balcony, your balcony is the best place to watch the glaciers. So from right here at this point on the bow, we can see Marjorie Glacier and John Hopkins Glacier. So typically, if you're on the, on your balcony just watching this, you can only see the glaciers as they turn towards you. But at this viewpoint, we can see them both at the same time. Glacier Bay is a pretty epic day for your anniversary, right?
It absolutely is, and happy anniversary, honey.
Happy anniversary. Love you.
Love you too. Oh man, the weather couldn't be better. Even the lady in the visitor center that was kind of mapping us out, telling us all the cool things to do was like, you couldn't have picked a better day. Man, she's right. There's not a cloud in the sky.
You go to the visitor center, they're going to give you the information about what to do around here. And they said start with the scenic drive. So that's what we're doing. And this is absolutely beautiful. Look at the color of that water. Like the lakes where we live, the water's brown, not that beautiful blue.
Man, you walk up onto the beach from the trail out at the parking lot and go over the top of a hill, and this is what you're greeted with. Just this beautiful big lake. The color is, I can't describe it. It's probably not translating well in the video. It's such a beautiful blue color. It looks like the ocean. I mean, like Caribbean water. Absolutely stunning. The sand is so thick and clean, and it feels good. It's like that sugary, fine powder sand. Man, this is like nothing I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like this. Absolutely breathtaking.
We are currently at the Citadel of Quebec. Parts of this date back to when the French occupied this territory, and some of the buildings are as old as 1693. But the British took over this area and created or finished the Citadel between 1820 and 1850, and it is at the highest point of the city of Quebec.
All right, so let me just tell you what, man. Quebec City, I'm in love with. It is beautiful. It is old and rich and romantic and everything you can imagine right here. This is definitely one of my favorite cities in North America.
So we are walking off our river cruise, Amascerto, and the beautiful thing about a river cruise is we are docked overnight in Amsterdam. So we're about to wander down there and into town for a while. Let's go. We have been wandering and we've made it to the city center. So this is the Royal Palace right here. We have a beautiful cathedral over here. Don't know the name of that one. There's a live musician behind us. And this place is just hopping. There's people everywhere. They're just taking in the vibes now. How fairy tale is this? We're going through a drawbridge into the castle. We are at Castle de Haar. This is about 30-minute ride outside of where we ported in Utrecht. And they would describe this as a fairy tale castle, and it is. There's a moat around the edge of it. There's a wall around it, a drawbridge to get into it. And then it's just beautiful and picturesque on the inside. And we're about to go get a tour of it. This is incredible, these grounds. I mean, just the way that they did the water around it. Looking over here, I mean, we're walking around, so we're seeing different angles everywhere we go. And just look at that back there.
I think what makes it really cool is that it's fall and all the leaves are falling and it's rainy and just an overcast day. It's real windy, so it just really sets the vibe to be at a castle. Pretty cool.
Ethan's the only one that's not here, so I keep saying the whole family, but he's not here, and I really wish he was. But this is gonna be awesome.
After about 1,000 pictures, we are finally headed towards Adventureland to start this day off.
The best fried piranha on property, but be careful of that flavor. It's really sharp. The surface bite's over there too, so you don't want to eat there. I don't see anyone there. Canoe?
It's creepy, you said? Sophia thinks this is creepy.
It's a little bit of a weird world, but it's a cool world, I
It's a
guess.
classic.
Yeah.
Girls are like, nah.
You have to appreciate it.
Of course. There we go.
We have walked all the way around the Palace of Westminster, and we are on Westminster Bridge right now. It is extremely busy in London today. It is Saturday, it's in October, the weather is beautiful, and everybody's out. So just a little history about this place. This palace started being built in the 11th century, and Big Ben, or what everybody thinks of as Big Ben, the clock tower, the name Big Ben actually is the bell itself, and it's been ringing throughout the morning, and it was established in 1859. So we've got literal history all the way around us. So every market is so different, and like Borough Market, where we went last year, was a bunch of food stalls and things like that. This is more restaurants, like sit down order restaurants and shops, and then you've got your live entertainment. I just love how there's so many different options of these city markets.
We're on our trek back to the hotel, and we saw the Tattershall Castle, the boat that we stopped at earlier on the Thames River to have drinks. Right here at night, looking at the Thames River and the beautiful London Eye, and just a great view of the city. This is like one of our favorite places now.
It is!
I mean, what a gem this place is. Don't tell anybody. Y'all gonna think this is crazy, but I was just sitting here telling Lisa off camera, you know what would make this moment better? The theme song from Night at the Roxbury came on, and so help me God, 40 seconds later, this song comes on. Holy cow, it's meant to be!